What's up, y'all? It's my day off. Check out my nice hat. It's my day off, so I need to go get my car serviced today. Alright, Tyler from Subaru said an hour and a half, so we're gonna go to Santana Row. Alright, as you can see, not much happening in Santana Row on a Thursday. People keep walking by and I feel slightly uncomfortable, but oh well. Here we go. There is Santana Row. Not much happening on a Thursday at 11 a.m. I only saw one cool car, but there's some stuff that I wanted to talk about, and I haven't been able to film in like a week after I basically stopped filming in the middle of a video, in the middle of my sentence, my story about my friend who messaged me, and basically we were connected, and basically I will continue the story now. So he told me that, I should be like a guest poster or a guest podcaster or a guest whatever in a much larger platform that already has an audience, so that I can get some of the audience from that platform. And the platform that he suggested was neurodivergent something, and I was like, wow. And I said I don't feel like I can say that I'm neurodivergent, or I can say that I have autism, because I don't have a diagnosis yet. And he said, what did he say? Sometimes we know ourselves well enough to not need a diagnosis. And I was like, wow, that's very validating for you to say that. And I don't know, I think that's true, right? Like, if you feel like you know within yourself and you know yourself well, then you don't need somebody else to validate that for you. At the same time, validation feels so good, you know what I mean? It feels so good. And so something else happened earlier this week when I was checking my email, and in the past I did like a cheek swab for 23andMe, and I got this email about a gene that causes hearing loss and deafness. And I opened the app, and I'll put a screenshot of it here. When I saw that I had the two variants, I was so excited. I was so happy. It didn't make any sense that I was so happy about having genes that cause hearing loss and deafness. You know what I mean? I was like, oh my god, my whole entire life makes sense now. And I know that it wasn't anything that I did, anything that I did or anything that my parents did when I was younger to cause this. And I think I'm going to send that information to them too, just to tell them, hey, you didn't do anything wrong, and you didn't injure me or not get me treated for an ear infection or something like that to cause me to have hearing loss. So I was so excited about that. And Foxy was then we were talking about this whole autism thing, and I've been thinking a lot more recently about whether maybe I should be more urgent about getting assessed for autism, just because I don't know, I feel like things are catching up to me. And I've lived 28, almost 29 years now, and it's getting harder and harder to work in pharmacy and do that stuff. Alright, gotta find a different spot now. Maybe I can just sit on this little curb thing right here on the side of the thing. You think that's weird? That's weird. I don't want to go too close to the road, because then there's traffic sound. Alright, maybe I'll just sit over here. Nobody Nobody look at me. Nobody look at me. So anyway, more recently, I've been feeling more of the effects of, I don't know, being neurodivergent, and especially at work. Just like the lack of routine and the lack of consistency between my shift start times, and even when so regarding the inconsistent shift times, people with autism strive on routines, and if I start work at a different hour every day, that's not really conducive to having a routine, right? Like, you can't do the same things at the same times every day before work, and you can't do the same things every day after work, because the time that you have in between those tasks are different. So you can't do the same thing at the same time every day. And I've been really feeling the effects of that. Like, I can't plan my life. I spend so much mental energy trying to figure out what I'm going to do in the morning and what I'm going to do at night and when I'm going to go to sleep. And it's just getting to me. In addition, even when I go to work, it's like a freaking shit show all the time. In terms of like stimulation, I'm always getting stimulated, and it's overwhelming. And I'm reaching like a point where I'm like, yeah, maybe I should be more proactive about getting assessed and getting a diagnosis so that I can ask for accommodations at work, because I feel like nobody will take me seriously if I don't have some sort of diagnosis, right? I don't know. And I probably will learn like more skills that are relevant to autism, right? I don't know. I actually made a video. It was supposed to be my pirate video. I was supposed to talk about why I didn't get assessed for autism yet, because one of my friends, my old friends who was reading my blog, was like so curious about the fact that I possibly had autism and didn't get diagnosed. And I made a whole video like ranting about or explaining about why I didn't get assessed for autism yet. And then I felt like super self-conscious and just like edited the whole video out, where I only left like the story about how I was saved by a pirate. So maybe I'll just share the reasons why I haven't been assessed yet. And I don't know, maybe it's time that I do. That is my rant. I haven't filmed in over a week because I was feeling really overstimulated and burnt out. On Friday, I couldn't even speak to Foxy any words before I went to work, barely. And it was just like a disaster. It definitely strained our relationship for a little bit, but I think she understands, and I kind of explained to her what was happening after the fact though. So I could probably work on communicating what's going on internally so that she doesn't think that I'm mad at her or anything. Is there anything else that I wanted to say? Let me check my phones. Oh, renovation update. Okay, this is going to be the next video that I talk about. I'm going to talk about how things have been going with my renovations and all of that. Okay, that's it for now. I'm going to go walk back to the car dealership. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me in Santana Row. I hope you enjoyed walking through Santana Row with me. I love you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.